Every time I think of soup, I would start to think about my paternal grandmother. I remembered her as a kind and loving person. Every time I visited her, she would always have a wide smile. And it was a very cheerful smile that just made me happy for no reason. She would also cook such delicious soup that really cannot be explained using words alone. My grandmother suffered a stroke when she was younger and was handicapped. But despite this, she still remained optimistic in life. Most of the time, I would see her smiling, and to me, that was very empowering. She only communicated in Cantonese, and since young, I had always hated to learn or speak Cantonese. However, there was one statement that I could always understand. She would always tell me in a naggy tone, "Tan lek tok shi, jin keng fu mo," which meant study hard and you must always respect your parents. So, apart from the few Cantonese phrases that I knew, we often used hand signs to communicate with each other. It was fun and entertaining, and somehow, we could just understand and relate to each other. At the end of this, I would often burst out in laughter. When I was younger, I remember a time when she would come over to my house to stay for a few days, and I would push her on a wheelchair around my house. As a young boy then, I felt proud, being able to bring my grandmother and show her around. We would spend the rest of the time enjoying the outdoors and just relaxing. It was really an enjoyable time. However, as time passed and I began to be busy in school, and my parents became busy in their careers, I found less and less time to visit my grandmother. Eventually, I didn't visit her as much as before. When I visited her on one occasion, she could not recognize me even after telling her who I was. And that was when I was told that she was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. It was very saddening, but I reassured myself that maybe I was growing up too quickly. One day, I received a call from my dad during my tuition class to go to the hospital to see my grandmother. I took a cab and rushed over. I remembered that that was one of the longest car rides that I have ever taken in my life. Throughout the journey, I kept thinking, was she going to die? Am I going to see her for one last time? Will I get the chance to say goodbye? However, when I arrived, I saw her lying limply on the bed, and that was the last time I ever saw her again. We often do not cherish the people or things that we have, and it is when we lose them that we finally realize their importance to us. I miss my grandmother, and I really wish I could spend more time with her when she was still alive. But for now, what I can do in remembrance of her is to do well in my life and make her proud.